All right, let's talk about passive income. But here's the deal. We're going to skip all the hype and get right to the ideas that actually work. The stuff that can really build wealth. Let's dive in.
Okay, let me guess. You just put in a 40-hour week, you pull up your bank app, and you're just staring at it thinking, how is this possible? How am I no closer to financial freedom? It's that feeling, right? That frustrating cycle of trading your time for dollars and just treading water.
So how do we break out of that? Well, before we can even think about building real wealth, we've got to talk about the biggest lie out there when it comes to passive income. Oh, you've seen this stuff. It's everywhere online, right? Make $10,000 a month with zero effort. Yeah, sure, that is pure fantasy land. It's designed to sell you a dream. But let's be real, there is no get-rich-quick button. Building actual wealth just doesn't work that way.
So here's the absolute key takeaway. The big myth is that passive income means doing nothing. The reality? It's all about front-loading the effort. It's about doing the smart work up front so that your money or the systems you build keep working for you long after you've clocked out.
And you know the cost of buying into that myth? The cost of doing nothing is absolutely staggering. A recent Bankrate survey found that over 60% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Think about that. That's money that could be a foundation, earning interest, growing, but instead it's just sitting there. In today's world, doing nothing is actually the riskiest move you can make. Okay, so before we jump into the actual strategies, we have to tackle the single biggest obstacle. And I'm telling you, it's not a lack of opportunity, it's your own brain. Look, we are all hardwired for this. It's called the immediate rewards bias. It's the reason it feels so much easier to drop $100 on a nice dinner out tonight than it is to invest that same $100 into something that could be worth thousands down the road. Our brains are just wired to want that instant hit of gratification. So how do we fight our own brain on this? We use a secret weapon. It's called compounding. And it's not about making one huge lottery ticket kind of investment. No, it's all about small, consistent actions that grow and grow and grow. Let me just show you what I mean, because this is wild. Okay, just look at this chart. You invest $100 a month. At first, it doesn't feel like much, right? But you let compounding do its thing, and after 10 years, boom, you're looking at over $17,000. You wait 20 years, that same small habit has turned into more than $55,000. That is the magic we're talking about right there. All right, now that we've got the mindset right, let's get practical. Let's talk about 5 real, proven income streams you can use to start building your own wealth toolkit. First up, dividend stocks and ETFs. Seriously, think of it like owning a tiny little money printing machine. When you buy into a diversified ETF, you're spreading your risk across tons of different companies. So let's say you invest 10 grand into an ETF with a 4% yield. That's $400 a year in passive income. Poof! Just for owning it. Okay, look, I know this one isn't sexy, but it is absolutely essential. We're talking about high-yield savings accounts and CDs. It's the safest, simplest way to earn. You put $5,000 into an account that's getting you 4.5% APY. That's $225 a year. For free. It's completely risk-free money. This is literally the foundation of your entire financial house. All right, stream 3, real estate. But forget what you see on TV about flipping houses. We're talking about long-term rental properties. They're a classic, reliable wealth builder. Yeah, it takes a good chunk of money to get started, but a small rental property could easily clear around $4,800 a year after all the bills are paid. And here's the best part. You can hire a property manager and make the whole thing pretty much hands-off. Next up, one of my favorites because it's so scalable. Digital products. Think about it. What's that one thing your friends are always asking you for help with? Whatever it is, you can package that knowledge into an ebook, a course, a set of templates, anything. The key is creating what's called evergreen content, stuff that stays useful for a long time. Yeah, the upfront work is a beast, but once it's done, it can literally make you money while you sleep for years to come. Okay, this next one, peer-to-peer lending, can sound a little scary at first, but the secret is just one word: diversification. Instead of lending a lot to one person, you're lending tiny amounts to lots of different people. So you could take $5,000, spread it across 50 different borrowers, and even with an average return of 8%, that's another $400 a year. And because you're so spread out, the risk from any one person not paying you back is super small. Okay, so let's put it all together. Here's our toolkit. As you can see, we've got a whole range of options from very low effort to high effort. You can start small with a high-yield savings account or an ETF. Or if you're ready for more upfront work, you can go for something like a rental or a digital product. The point is, there's a strategy in here that fits your life and your goals. You just have to pick one and start.
All right, now for the part that most people completely miss. This is the real secret sauce, the master strategy. It's the power of stacking these streams together.
So let's just take 3 of the streams we talked about. Let's say you're getting $400 a year from dividends, $225 from your high-yield savings, and $4,800 from that rental property. Now, on their own, each one is nice. It's helpful. But when you stack them,
They add up to over $5,400. That's new money every single year coming in passively. Over 10 years, that's more than $54,000 in your pocket, and you didn't have to work a single extra hour to get it. That is the power of stacking. This is the whole point. It's not about finding one home run, one giant income source that changes everything. It's about stacking small, reliable streams over time. That's how you turn a bunch of little trickles into a powerful river of cash flow. Okay, enough talk. Theory is great, but action is what actually changes your life. So here are the exact steps you can take, literally today, to get the ball rolling. Step 1, open a high-yield savings account and set up an automatic deposit, even if it's just $20. Just start. 2, research one dividend ETF, just one, and set up an automatic investment. Again, it can be small. 3, just brainstorm. Grab a piece of paper and write down one idea for a digital product you could maybe create someday. No pressure. And number 4, the most important step of all, automate everything. Set it and forget it. Your future self is going to be so glad you did. And hey, if you're ready to really dig into this stuff, I've got a whole playlist on practical investing tips that goes way deeper. Make sure you check that out. And of course, subscribe for more strategies like this, because building wealth isn't a one-time thing. It's a system you build over time.
So let's land the plane with this thought. Passive income isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. It's a system. It's a machine you build piece by piece. And the sooner you start building, the sooner you get your time and your freedom back. Just remember the goal. Your money should be working for you, not the other way around.